So I just looked at myself in the mirror right now and I was like, does she look skinny right now? I think she does, which is absolutely insane. Yeah. It's so exciting because I don't look at myself and think that very often. So here we go.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Hey peeps, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew and I am currently trying to lose half my body weight, which is absolutely insane. I've been working on this for probably around 3 years now. I guess 2020 into 2019-ish. The pandemic helped it because I realized I would rather work from home, and going into a job really didn't suit my personality or my needs. And so staying at home where I could work and do things at home and exercise during the day, I wasn't having to like prepare myself and spend all this extra time going into work and doing all these unnecessary things that just are very unnecessary. So I am in the midst of trying to lose half my body weight. And I wanted to share this story with y'all. I have been losing weight consistently over the past 3 years, and naturally I lose weight just with the diet that I'm on. I do consume enough calories. I don't exactly know how many calories I'm eating per day, but I would assume it's around 1,800 is calories, probably. I don't really know. Maybe I should do that one day. Okay, one day I will count calories for y'all, but I'm in the midst of doing 30 days of shorts of everything I do physically, as well as what I eat. If you want to see what I'm eating every day and how I'm physically exercising every day, then you should go check out all the shorts section. I've been doing the 30 days of shorts for about 3 weeks now. I've hit some depression along the way, just because of my living situation, and culturally, I'm in a culturally different situation than what I would prefer, but I'm trying to learn to navigate that, and I'm trying to learn how to continue pursuing my goals and interests in the midst of having breakdowns and having depression, and then also knowing it's okay to have a bad day and trying to push through those bad days. I have basically been overweight my entire life. I don't remember, even as a child, a time when I was not overweight/obese. Right now, I'm the skinniest I've ever remember being. I just remember going into teenage years having to buy a size 13 jean, which isn't crazy at all, but my weight only went up from there. So yeah, so I just remember always being heavier than I actually am right now. That has been who I remember being as a child. And in fact, whenever I lost weight, one, I can't recognize that I'm skinny, but two, I miss being overweight because that was who I am and that was the personality that I embodied. It informed every single decision of my life. In 2019, I probably got to my heaviest weight, which the highest weight I recorded was around 265 pounds. I was just getting bigger and bigger, and I really didn't have any desire to lose weight. Like, I wanted to lose weight because that's what we're all supposed to want, right? Like, we're all supposed to want to lose weight and be skinny and whatever. But I came to this point in my life that I was like, I'm fat. I've always been fat, so like, why do I need to be skinny? There's no reason. Like, if I lose weight, I lose weight. If I don't, I don't. Maybe that was the starting point of actually losing weight sustainably and keeping it off. Then I decided I don't think I like the taste of leftover meat that much. I don't like the taste of meat that much. Specifically, chicken was a major issue for me. I hated the taste of chicken. And so I was like, well, you know what? Like, I actually don't have to eat meat. That's not actually a thing. And I had been researching a lot. I researched a lot on a vegan diet because I come from Texas, and you don't just give up meat in Texas without legitimate causes and concerns and knowing that it's going to be okay. Because propaganda, people won't like that I call it propaganda, but I mean, what else is it? Like, you don't need meat to survive. The culture is telling you to eat meat, and I didn't want to give that up without knowing that I was going to be healthy and sustainable in the long run. Well, I ended up learning that not only can you not eat meat, but you can thrive on not eating meat and not eating dairy. Over time, I kind of just took it out of my diet. Like, it wasn't consciously saying I'm not eating this anymore. It was just, I'm going to learn a different way of doing things, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and I can always add this back in. I started losing more and more weight just because I was eating a whole food, plant-based vegan diet. That was the number one thing that changed my world, was knowing that I could eat food and still lose weight. I was full, and I still get full every day, and if it wasn't for that, I could not have stopped eating like I was. Food was my comfort. Food still is my comfort, and I have a hard time not binging to this day. However, I cannot binge anymore because in the past 2-ish years, I was diagnosed with gallstones. Because I was diagnosed with gallstones, it became even more evident that I cannot binge and I cannot eat a lot of fat. I still have my gallbladder. I haven't taken it out because I've been able to manage and control my overeating, especially of fatty foods, due to the whole food plant-based diet. All I needed in life was to eat food and lose weight. And this accomplished all those goals. But I really haven't been on it. Like, because we've been traveling, I'm just like, oh, I'll eat meat here and there. I'll eat cheese. Like, I want to try the foods of the land. So I'm not going to stop trying the foods of the places we're going to visit because I'm vegan. So I'm not 100% fully vegan. I'm not 100% fully plant-based. And I don't think I ever want to be. But I really do value the values of veganism. So I was at 265 pounds. Then right now I'm weighing in at 147 pounds, and to be half of 265 pounds, I need to be at 132 and a half pounds. That means I need to be at a little over 60 kilos in order to lose half my body weight, which is, guys, if you would have told me 3 or 4 years ago that I would be half of the body weight I am, I would have never guessed that. Like, ever guessed that. So that is freaking cool. And that I didn't really have to try that hard is a whole other coolness factor, let me tell you. I don't really want to eat less. Food is very important to me. Like I said, and feeling full is very important to me. If I do not feel full, I will eat and eat and eat, and I will overeat just to compensate because I just didn't feel full in the first place. So some people can just like sit with hunger. I'm not that type of person. I don't want to be that type of person. So in order to do this, I was like, I guess I'm going to have to exercise more. I've been doing them really well up until this week probably, because I've been a little bit more depressed. Like I said, like I was eating Tim Tams. So I really hadn't been doing my strength exercises or even wanting to get out of the house. And when I did get out of the house, I was injuring my hip and my knees. They were hurting a lot. My knee was clicking in on a place to where I couldn't sleep at night. So it just wasn't the best. So I've lost around 118 pounds so far. And just honestly, these next few pounds, I have to lose around 15 pounds in order to get half my body weight. And honestly, those pounds are going to come off pretty slowly. To be sustainable, at the minimum, that should take me 3 or 4 months to do. And so this 30-day weight loss challenge is not about losing that whole weight, and I do not want to do that because that's just not sustainable. And I want to actually keep the weight that I take off, and I want to eat. I love eating, and I'm going to continue to eat, or I will not lose weight. Like, it is more important to me to eat than lose weight. By any means, that is how I feel about it. Here are some of the goals that I'm implementing for these 4 weeks, or have implemented for these 4 weeks thus far. 1, I want to lose around a pound a week, but I know that's going to be hard. And in fact, my first week I already didn't lose that, but my second week I did lose a kilo, and a kilo is around 2 pounds. So by the second week I was actually where I wanted to be. I tweaked a little bit, but not much. I actually fell on the streets and really hurt my hand and my knee within the first 3 days of this challenge, which was really annoying because I could barely walk. So that hindered my progress in the first week a little bit, but I was like, I'm not giving up. I'm not doing this. So despite the physical and mental problems that I'm having, you got to keep going. You're going to keep going, and that's going to be fine. Starting on my second goal is that I wanted to walk 2 miles every day. At least 2 miles every day. If I got more, I got more. If I got less, I got less. But at least 2 miles every day, and I don't think I'm going to get that this week. I am keeping up with the amount of miles I have as well, but I don't think I'm going to get there this week. But the first week I did not get there either. Yeah, I look back and I'm like, I failed at that. Oh, I failed at that. But you know what? Failure is okay. Failure is okay. I don't want to do things that are unsustainable in the long run, and this is really about implementing healthy practices that I can sustain as well. Because of my knee and my hip problems, I have found it very difficult to maintain that walking. Leads us into goal number 3, doing strengthening exercises for my hips and my knees, as well as stretching them out every single day, because those are hurting, and if those hurt, I literally cannot go out and walk. I can't do anything. My love language when it comes to exercising is I love being on the treadmill, I love running, and I love HIIT exercises. And I can't do either one of those if my knee and my hip are hurting, because it exacerbates them and it's not fun. I do not like strengthening exercises, and that's been part of my issue with this challenge. I literally cannot stand it and do not want to do it because it is torture to me. I'm not really a perseverer through torture, but I'm trying to continually tell myself, if you do the exercises and stretches, they will get better. Goal number 4 is kind of a thing, and it is a thing actually. Goal number 4 is a thing. Goal number 4 is to limit bad foods. People would like me to go bad foods nowadays, but just higher calorically dense foods But that's really not a super high priority, because I do not want to make myself feel bad about eating bad food. But that's a process, and telling myself not to give up if I do eat the bad food. So really this whole challenge is about me persevering and not giving up. My fifth goal is, I have these high-rise shorts, and I love high-rise because my whole life I was fat, and so I always want to cover my belly up and I want to cinch it in as much as possible. But now it looks a little different because I still have my tummy. I don't know if that's ever actually going to go away. I still have the same bumps and lumps as I did when I was as fat as I was. So like, I had the same body shape now, losing 118 pounds, as I had when I was 265 pounds at my heaviest. The body shape did not go away, which is highly disappointing for me. What are you gonna do? I also have a lot of loose skin now, but I just can't fix that and make that better overnight, if it even needs to get better. Not for sure. So anyways, I have these high-rise shorts that are size 29. They're Levi's. I thrifted them for like $6 or $7 at Goodwill, and they were brand new, and they were super tight. I could still button them, I could still zip them, but just so tight and uncomfortable that I didn't want to wear them. And if I want to like wear a little crop top with them, which I never thought I would say wear a crop top, but if I wanted to wear a crop top or tuck in a shirt in them, I would feel like a bloating well, like just spilling out of these shorts. So my goal, in a non-scale like type goal for this, is to fit into those shorts by the end of the 30 days, to where I will actually want to wear them out and about in the world. Whereas right now, I will not wear those shorts out and about in the world. Week 2, I think I convinced myself that I'm not into this anymore. Getting out of bed early is not my thing, but it's just so much easier. It's easier to do it early. I haven't convinced myself, I'm not gonna lie. I did, however, convince myself to pick up a camera, so I must be somewhat awake. Or am I? What do I look like? Great. my music stopped. But, oh, let's see. I got to do my first Grow with Joe workout. I haven't wanted to do HIIT workouts in a while. It's hot today. It's like 80 degrees here in Brisbane, and so it's a little warm in the house today. I need to turn on the fan, but I just haven't yet. I'm actually really excited because I love HIIT workouts so much more than walking outside, but walking outside gives you just a whole different level of cardio, I guess. But I'm actually more out of breath now than I would be with that. So it wasn't a super hard workout, but it got me hot, sweaty, my heart rate up a little bit, and hopefully it was around 2 miles of a walk. So I'm actually really excited because I love HIIT workouts so much. And if I can get back into them and my knees and hips don't hurt and I have to keep stretching those out, then I would absolutely love that. That would be my joy. Not to be too excited. People say you can't be too excited on YouTube. But when I'm in a good mood, I'm in a good mood. When I'm in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall.
Okay guys, let's look at some of the results. So honestly, with my before and after photos, I don't see a whole lot of change. Obviously, I didn't lose tons of weight, but I was working out consistently enough that you would think you would see a little bit of change. So in my before photos, my main change that I see, I look a little bit chubbier on the left hand side, or like in my stomach overall, but then in the photos, there's more of like a dip, and that could be the way I'm standing, or that could be actually a little bit of a change that I didn't expect. Obviously, I have the flat butt syndrome. Apparently, that did not get much better, even though I was really working out my butt. I'm gonna have to try a little harder on that one, guys, because I have a flat butt. I don't look quite as tubby, but not much of a change in that as well. Looking at my back view, I was actually really disappointed in this one, guys, because I had my hair up in one and hair down in the other one. So when my hair's down, you can't see as much. So that was very disappointing. So I can't really comment on my arms and things of that nature. Yeah, I was disappointed that I did that. But one thing I did kind of notice in this picture in the back is that whenever you look right under my bra line, you can see that line in the back. And that line actually looks like less of a line in the after photo than in the before photo. Like, I really felt like this was one of those times where you can kind of tell a difference. Also on my right hand side, you can see more of a crease. Like, that crease got a little bit, it's different, but maybe that's the way I'm standing. I don't know. So not that much of a change, but just maybe a little bit of difference. And finally, looking at the other side, the one thing I saw, it's always on this left, right hand side, depending upon which way we're viewing it. but the crease under my brow line right there actually looks smaller than the crease in the before photo. I was very surprised by that I really think maybe there might be a little bit of a difference here. Let's move on to my body measurements. So I wanted to give y'all more of a comprehensive view. Back in April of 2022, I started these measurements, and then, I don't know, 8 months later, I took more measurements, and then 8 months later, I took more measurements, and then you see the 30-day challenge thing that I did. But I've been kind of tracking these things for a while. I think that is very key to weight loss and things of that nature, is tracking some of these goals that aren't just weight on the scale, but losing inches overall. I wanted y'all to see that I've actually been tracking this for a while now and see where I've came from. Like overall, between April of 2022 and September of 2023, I've lost 39 inches overall in my body. So getting to the 30-day challenge, as you can see, in every single category, I actually lost a little bit of inches, or just, it wasn't very much, but it was just enough to where you're actually seeing some results. The thing that I'm always looking to lose weight in the most is my belly. I want to gain some like thickness in the butt area, but my belly is obviously my biggest fatty area that I would love to see my hips and my belly go down a little bit, and they just are slowly going down. So overall in the challenge, I was a total inches of 317 inches on my body. I lost a total of 8.25 inches, which I have to say, like, that's when you're comprehensively measuring how much you lost. I would say that 8.25 inches sounds really great in 30 days. Whereas between 12/19, 2022 and 8/24, 2023, I'd lost 6 because I wasn't doing anything. So this really does show that I was doing something to lose weight, even though it maybe wasn't as fast as I wanted or thought I could do. Next, we have the total miles that I walked during the challenge. As you know, my goal was 2 miles a day. Overall, I did 58.66 miles, which for 30 days, 2 miles a day would be 60 miles. So I'm only off like a mile and a half. It is what it is, and I'm not disappointed in those results, to be honest. I think that's pretty great to walk 58.66 miles. The final of the final, I weighed in at a total of 146.6 pounds or 66.5 kilograms. Because I was doing a lot of strength exercises, which I hadn't been doing before, this could account for some of the weight loss and not exactly losing tons of weight, because I was trying to build muscle during this and fix some of my other long-term issues. So I am not disappointed in these results whatsoever, because my happiness does not depend on that. I will show y'all that I actually fit into my size 29 Levi shorts, and it worked. Then I was like, okay, let's try to sit down in these. And I could sit down, which means I can move in them. I can feel comfortable. I don't have to feel like if I ate too much food, then I would be bloated, yada, yada, yada. That's so exciting. I want to do a full day of eating for y'all, as well as calories, I guess, because I hadn't even thought about calories at this point. I've never counted calories on this diet, and that my diet is probably 85 to 90% carbohydrates, and I want to eat that. I want to eat potatoes. I want to eat rice. I love beans. I love bread, and I can eat that on my diet and be okay. There is ways on my diet to lose weight faster, but it just depends what you're willing to give up. And so that's what I'm going to say. Every diet requires you to give up something. What in the long run will you give up? The phone's ringing. Who has landlines anymore? I'm just saying, guys. Landlines. Anyways. So just do something that you're willing to give up for the long haul. Overall, in this journey, I'm excited to lose half my body weight. I'm excited to pursue this goal because I really didn't care to do it. I guess that's a part of who I am, is not actually taking these major goals and implementing them into my life unless I just really don't care about it. If I really don't care, then maybe I'll pursue it. The same goes with exercise. If I really wanted to do those strength and exercises and stretch, and it just is torturous for me. So I guess it's a game in my head of how can I make this seem like I don't care if it gets done. If it gets done, whatever, oh well. If I lose half my body weight, oh well. Like, it seems so dumb, but that's how it is for me. Maybe don't care as much, because in the long run, you have time to lose weight. That was one of my major things too, was at the end of the day, if I don't lose weight, I don't lose weight. I have time for this. And maybe some people don't have time, but they're on a different trajectory and path than most people out there right now, probably, and just don't care as much. That's where I'm at in life, is not caring and doing things that I don't have to care that much about. Because when I care, I feel disappointed and depressed, and I feel like I failed. And I don't want to feel like a failure. I want to do things to the best of my ability, and I think that's what I've been doing the past 3 weeks. It doesn't matter at the end of the day if you like me for this or don't like me for this, because at the end of the day, I am doing what's okay for me. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that feels really good to say. Like, because it doesn't matter if I lose 15 more pounds in the long run. It just is what it is. And I have so much more to learn in life. I do. I have so much more to learn. This world is exhausting, let me tell you. It's exhausting. And I'm trying so hard. Sometimes the weight loss will take a back burner, and that's okay. Because in the long run, I'm doing it. Like, I am achieving the goal. Even if it takes a month or two or 2 years longer than I anticipated. I'm doing it. And you can't stop me. Thanks for listening about my journey. You should let me know if you have any questions about it. I probably, because it's such a big part of my journey, will do more on it, but we'll see. Yeah. So let's keep hitting on, getting on, hitting on, doing it all. Bye guys.